Hi guys, my name's Megan. I'm here to show you just how easy it is to make a homemade nut coconut milk and also a breakfast chia porridge. We're going to take wholesome, nutritious ingredients, transform them into some nutrient-dense foods. Let's get to it. So for any job, you need the right tools. First tool is a vitamix. This is an amazing piece of equipment. It is a pricey piece of equipment, but I can guarantee you if you purchase one of these and you are a foodie and you're in the kitchen, you will use it all the time. Also, the other piece of equipment that we need is a nut milk bag. This is a very cheap tool and you can get it for around $10 to $12. Online is probably the easiest, or at your local health food store. So to start off with, we are going to make a coconut cashew milk. And normally I would just fill up the whole Vitamix and I'd make a whole Vitamix. But just to keep it easy, we're gonna make about a half batch today. So we've got 2 cups of coconut. I've got a 1/4 cup of cashew that has been soaked and drained, and we're putting that in. 4 cups of water. Spring water if you can do it. A little bit healthier. And then options are, I'm just gonna keep it basic today, but options are you can do a pinch of sea salt, you can do a teaspoon of vanilla, and if you also want to incorporate some oats, you can also do a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of oats into that mixture. And very simple, easy peasy, all we're gonna do is blend this up and then we're going to strain it through the nut milk bag. So now the one thing that is important when you're making the nut milk is that you want to, once you do put it into the Vitamix canister, you want to blend it for about 2 minutes. And also your water that you're using, and again, that was 4 cups of water, 2 cups of coconut, a little bit under 2 cups of coconut, and then a 1/4 cup of the cashew. So basically you want that 2 to 4 ratio. You're going to be doubling your water of the solid matter that you have. So you want your water to be room temp water, and also you want to blend for about 2 minutes. That's really going to give it that awesome creaminess that you're looking for. Then once you're done with that 2-minute blend, you're going to run it through the nut milk bag. And again, pretty simple. Once you get the skill of the nut milk bag down, everything pours in pretty simply. And then you are going to grab from the top and squeeze down. So there's a little bit of hand work here. You're really getting into your food here while you're making it. You're really connecting in. And I think it's worth mentioning that my mission here is to teach people about nutrient-dense whole foods, because I believe in good health to prevent sickness from happening later on. And one of the ways to do that is to prepare as much of our foods in the kitchen as we can. And those foods that we do prepare, we want them to be nutrient dense and whole foods. So 2 differences when you're making a homemade coconut cashew milk as compared to buying something is, 1, you're going to be getting a lot more nutrition from your homemade milk, and 2, the flavor is amazing. You won't, once you start making your own nut milks, you'll never go back to a packaged milk. So you get everything that you can out of the nut milk bag. And then we will pour our 4 cups back into our mason jar. And voila, we have our milk. It's delicious, it's creamy, it's good for us. So once you have poured your nut milk into your container, I like to use mason jars. They're pretty, they're great storage vessels. You will then put the nut milk into the fridge. And probably good to mention here that nut milks, when you make them homemade, because there are no preservatives in them, you probably have about, I'd say, 5 days, 5-6 days of freshness that you will get, being that it stays in the fridge. When it does start to turn, and it might start to take on kind of like a sour yogurty taste, you can just throw it into your smoothie and it'll take the place of your yogurt that you might use. So you don't have to waste if it does actually start to turn. And I've done that many times, super delicious. You're just getting even extra probiotics in there. And now we are going to make a very quick and easy morning chia porridge pudding. So we will do 1 cup of the milk that we just made. You put that into a little bowl. And then we are going to do a 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons of chia. And a pinch of salt. Maybe a couple pinches of salt. A teaspoon of vanilla. And then we're going to whisk. Now for sweetener, that can be up to you. You can do a little bit of maple syrup, you can do honey, or if you prefer, you can leave it unsweetened, and then when you go to eat it for your breakfast porridge, you can do a little swirl of maple or honey on top of it. So what's gonna happen here is you're gonna mix this up for just a minute or so, and then you can put a cap on it and put it in the fridge. And the next time you're in the fridge, maybe an hour or 2 later, just open it up and give it another stir. And what's going to happen is over the couple of hours that it'll be in the fridge or overnight, it will turn into a pudding just from the chia seed. Basically, the chia seed gets gelatinous and turns the milk into a pudding. It is delicious, it's nutritious. Chia seed is full of fiber, protein. It helps with weight loss because of the amount of fiber. It's super hydrating and super satisfying and filling. And your finished product, this is a combination of some of the chia pudding and then also a little bit of mango kombucha on top and then some fresh blueberries. One other tip that you can do is when you make up your porridge, you can also throw in a couple tablespoons of oats. That will thicken it up even more and give you a little bit more of substance for your breakfast pudding. So it's beautiful, it's nutritious, will help you lose weight. It's a nutrient-dense food, and that's what we're doing here. That is my mission, is to help people understand that nutrient-dense foods are the way to go. They help us feel better, they stave off cancer and disease. They might be pricier to begin with when we're buying organics. Sometimes it's hard because it's more expensive, but I say it's way better to pay now than to pay later. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoy your nut milk and your chia pudding. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me here, and stay tuned to my YouTube channel because I am going to be bringing you lots more healthy tips and recipes from Mama Shack's Kitchen.